So you're coming forward now?
I'm behind car 6.
Yeah, keep in mind there's multiple turns in multiple directions here, so you do end up indicating 3 times through this negotiation.
No, you don't need to be in 1, maybe 2, but you've got to give it some more oomph.
Okay, what I want you to do is come back maybe a metre, nice and steady.
I'll be leaving the convoy at this point.
So, never done any four-wheel driving at all before. We've had our Land Cruiser for about 3 months now, but only been driving it around Sydney.
I was a bit nervous, more excited than nervous, but there was a bit of nerves there.
For anyone thinking about doing it, it's probably a good idea not to do it.
You will be looking after and be responsible for the vehicle behind you. If they get lost, it's your fault. Simple as that.
Thumbs up.
One drawback with the smart bar is when it is pushed in.
I would have avoided that in the past, so good to know what it feels like.
It was sitting by the seat of your pants, sliding on the hill with no brakes.
Watching it actually made me quite apprehensive, but actually doing it to the second one, even though the car slipped, it wasn't as scary, and you actually felt more in control than I thought.
But if you do it, it's probably one of the best things you'll ever do.
Most of all, I'm impressed by what the car's capable of.
Before yesterday, I would have gone, well, if I came across this in reality, I would have done a 3-point turn and gone back the way I'd come.
The trainers are all volunteers. They've obviously been in the club for a long time. They've got a lot of skill, a lot of knowledge. They've been on trips, they've been there and done it. So, and look, they're there to help you and to take you through it, which is terrific.
Really good. They give you they're really clear with what they want you to do, and they give you comments, so they'll be directing you as you go down the different obstacles, and then as you go past, they'll go, well done, you're great there, that kind of thing. So they give you encouragement as well, which is really nice to have.
Well, when we meet the people on Tuesday, number one, I try and sum them up and get a feeling whether they're going to be a good social group, a good driving group, and you can see the nerves starting to kick in. But by the end of Sunday, smiles are abundant, and they feel so fantastic about themselves and about the capability of their vehicles.
It's beyond what you ever think you could possibly do. It's scary, it's full on, But the people that look after you they're just ordinary people, but they're professionals, and they're calm, cool and collected, and they get you through it. And the bloomin' Toyota Prado, I put my trust in, and it was just awesome.
Please go to your seats and we will commence the meeting. Phones on silent. That's more for me. There we go. Okay. I declare this meeting open at 8 p.m. Good evening, members and guests. Welcome to the April General Meeting of the Toyota Land Cruiser Club of Australia. I'm Tony Sperenberg, the TLCC President. On my left is our Vice President, Scott Jameson. On my far left is our Secretary, Mark Seiler. And on my right is our Club Treasurer, Mark Willock. And I've got to look away. If there are any new members here tonight, please raise your hands. I said a new member, not an ancient member. Okay.
Sorry, we had a couple of new ones over here.
We have a couple of new ones over there? Okay. Do you want to? Oh, they came last?
Yep, there's been a couple of them.
Okay. Welcome to the TLCC. If there's some new members online, I trust you will have a long and enjoyable membership with the club. Okay, this general meeting is being live streamed on the TLCC YouTube channel. If you wish to rewatch the video stream, you do not need to have a Google or YouTube account. You can just go to YouTube and search for the TLCC Australia YouTube channel. We encourage interaction and chats on our live stream. For that, you will need to log in to chat directly into the YouTube live stream. Members present, if you wish to speak during the meeting, please raise your hand and a microphone will be brought to you for the benefit of the live stream. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com/@TLCC Australia. Okay. Okay, members present as per the attendance book. Are there any apologies? John and Fran Gregg. Debbie, for our social director, is currently away on leave, so she is also an apology. The minutes from the previous meeting held on Monday the 7th of April have been posted at the rear of the hall. Are there any issues or points regarding those minutes from anybody? No? Can I please have a mover and a seconder for those minutes, please? Okay, can you... Okay. Ooh. What's going on here? All right. We've had an eventful month since our last meeting. We've had a new group of trainees completing basic training. We've had advanced driver training. There's been multiple trips. We had our Easter event at Coolangatta, and we had the swap meet on the weekend. Where did that go? All right. The committee have accepted the passing of the baton to host the next club national gathering in 2028. Myself, I believe this is a fantastic opportunity to showcase our club and the many great things we do together. Now, while the committee works on a vision of what that gathering will be, I'd like to call members to both long-term and new to consider helping with this endeavour. We will be needing a commitment of volunteers to assist in the planning of this over the next 3 years and seeing it through to completion. Now, please reach out to Scott or any of the committee members if you're interested in joining in this endeavour. Okay. As I move down. Our continuing challenge is to increase participation of more members in club activities and to ensure the club's longevity into the future. I look out tonight and we have a fantastic showing of people tonight. That's good to see. One of the items we do need to address is the social director role. Now, while we appreciate everything that Debbie is doing to keep social activities running, she does not have the ability to continue in this role. Okay, if we don't find someone to take on the role of social director, we might miss out on future social activities, like our annual adults Christmas party. Social events don't organise themselves. Debbie's more than happy to help guide someone into the role and provide a fantastic handover of responsibilities. But we do need somebody to step up. Okay? And I look forward to seeing you at a social event or monthly meeting. That's all I have for my...
My turn. Get rid of that. So unfortunately tonight DBA Con is unable to attend. He's fallen ill. I was looking forward to his presentation and his talking about brakes and upgrades and bits and pieces. He has promised to bring across hopefully to next month and bring some of his other counterparts from Nava and a few other brands here so we can have a look at some more bits and pieces. So unfortunately no guest speaker tonight. Apologies for that. Deb's passed on some info. She'd like everyone to know that the bookings for the fireworks are now open for the 7th of June. If you haven't been there before, make a booking, make sure we get there. The adult Christmas party has a tentative booking for the 6th of December. And as Tony mentioned, we do need a working group to get that together. While we need a social director, we do need a working group to look after the Christmas party in itself. Other than that, that's about all I have.
Okay. All right. Mark.
Treasurer's report, always a good topic, always something to talk about. Good evening, everybody. Okay, April's a very short month. We still managed to have $6,265 worth of membership fees paid in, so that's a mixture of very, very late renewals and new members joining the club. The magazine advertising has been given a bit of a kick along, so there was $2,800 worth of magazine advertising. We had a term deposit mature. So that gave us $3,900 worth of interest for the bank account. So total receipts for April were $13,062. We spent a little bit of money. We did the normal bits and pieces around Coolangatta for about $1,650. We paid for the postage of the previous magazine for $1,600. We hired the hall. We videotaped the last meeting and things like that. We gave the taxman of $1,300 worth of GST. And so we spent $7,811. So as at the end of April, we have $376,465 in the bank, although most of that's now on term deposit again. So if anyone's ever got any questions, sing out loud. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Education. Gary? Yeah, we want to... Yes, yeah.
Good evening, everyone. A little bit about education, what's coming up and what's been. Back on the 1st of April, we had a driver training meeting, and Bob Five stood down as senior team or driver team leader after 12 years, and Richard Farr was elected unopposed. So well done, Richard. A cake was purchased for a little bit of a celebration for Bob's past achievements and passing on the baton to Richard. Some of those present offered words of praise to Bob for his efforts, dedication and professionalism. Those trainers who were absent also offered personal messages, and I believe a great night was had by all. Advanced driver training, that was held on the 12th and 13th of April at Willaglen. We only run 7 vehicles when we do that. Barry Lanigan and Richard Farr were the instructors, and the course went well, except for a 200 that managed to spit out a CV joint because it was a power on, steep climb, and that's when you don't put power on. So basic driver training for May, Module 1, will be held on the 13th of May here at the church next Tuesday. Modules 2 and 3 will be held at Willaglen on the 17th and 18th of May. That course is fully booked. Sand driving. This only just arrived. I got it on my desk Thursday night, I think it was. It went onto the website, thank you to John Ferguson, Friday morning. It was fully booked in an hour and a half. There's 12 people participating with, I think it's 9 reserves. So Andrew Boyd and Mark Willock. So thank you, gentlemen, for running that. All good. Now, the only thing about that was I kept getting people ringing me to book, and I kept getting emails. The only way to book on a course is to use the website. So I spent a whole series sending out other emails and other phone calls to explain to people that you have to go through the website. So perhaps they're not used to booking courses or what, but I think they understand now. And also, we've just been able to organise the first aid course, and that'll be held on the 11th of October. Now, a few weeks ago, I got Alan Kidd to send out an email blast for me, just to let everybody know that we're going to have the first aid course. It's an accredited course. And I got 37 emails back to say, yes, we'd like to come. I've only got 6 bookings, so please, if you're one of those 37, how about get off your backside, pay your money and book in, because we just can't leave it. It's the 11th of October, but if you think you're going to leave it and wait, you're not going to get on. So, and we don't run this course every year, we run it every couple of years. So please, pay your money, book on. Okay, that's down at Willaglen. Cost us $140. It's Saturday the 11th of October, and as I said, 20 members can join. Introduction to bird watching. This is one that we haven't had for a little while, but Chris Taylor and Marty Filchek, Rob's son-in-law, Rob Alexander's son-in-law, they're going to run it on the 18th and 19th of October at Coolandiilly. 10 participants for that, and the bookings will open on the 6th of September, so that should be a good course too. Education in general, all the course dates and times are up for the HEMA navigation course, the auto electrical course, chainsaw course and all that, and they'll be in the CES and the website. And as usual for education, I'm still looking for courses and things like that, although we are pretty full. But if you've got a course or you've got something you think we can put into a course that's of interest and value to our members, just talk to me and we'll see if we can turn it into something. Now, Richard would like to come up and say a little bit about driver training. So that's all for me tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. As you probably all know by now, the leadership of the driver training team changed recently. Thanks for reminding us, Gary. I was elected the driver trainer team leader. Commiserations. I have a few passions in life, and the TLCC driver training is right at the top of the list. I started my driver training journey in 2018 as a trainee trainer, and after 16 training weekends, I became a yellow shirt. This one. To take on the leadership of this group of highly skilled and enthusiastic members is a superb challenge, and I thank the whole team for trusting me with this role. There will be some changes to the system, but mainly in the background, as the course itself has and still is an impeccably delivered set of modules that have stood the test of time. Although some areas are being improved and updated, the overall content is still very relevant in today's world of constant change, be it in equipment or methodology. To keep you all in the loop, this is why I'm here today, to take a few minutes of your time. Here are the changes that are happening right now with the driver training. Firstly, the admin role. For the last couple of years, I've heard a constant theme at TLCC of ensuring that roles and responsibilities be shared as much as possible. To this effect, I have created, effective immediately, the role of driver training assistant. This role is now filled by our previous team leader, Bob Fife. I cannot think of anyone better suited to this role. He is fastidious, he is good at it, and we are going to be working out the ins and outs of this role and adjust it to ensure that it is as efficient as we possibly can get it. This new role consists of managing all the administration prior to the driver training weekend, such as sign-ups, trainee dropouts, date changes, preparing attendee lists for the weekend, and issuing course completion certificates. The team leader role, my role, takes on all the other aspects of the driver training, including the management of Module 1, 2 and 3, and leading the team on the ground during the training weekend. The driver training team leader will take on the contact email address of training@tlcc.com.au, and the driver training admin assistant will take on the newly created email of trainingassistant@tlcc.com.au. That is how it's going to be run from now on. Secondly, the driver trainer-trainee program update. Becoming a driver trainer is a non-trivial task, requiring a high level of commitment to ensure we always have the right number of trainers with the right skill set and right attitude. We're building a traineeship pathway, which will ensure a clear and structured way forwards for trainer-trainees. The new approach will require anyone who wishes to become a trainee trainer to apply for the role in writing when applications are being accepted, which will be advertised on all the usual suspects, TLCC website and communication channels. Currently, we are not accepting any applications. The pathway will be set out clearly with tasks and requirements over the duration of the traineeship, with sign-offs from trainers when the trainee successfully passes each key area of performance. The duration of the traineeship from the first weekend as a trainee to completion, i.e. receiving your yellow shirt, is 12 to 15 weekends of training. It's a big commitment. Thirdly, course notes. There's a lot of content in this driver training modules. Jeremy Nolan has been the guardian of the course curriculum for many years now. Over the last weeks, Jeremy has spent a considerable number of hours rewriting and updating all Module 2 course notes so that they reflect what we are actually training. These notes will now be an integral part of the trainee-trainer pathway and will also ensure all trainers are consistent with their course delivery, which they already are anyway. A huge thank you to Jeremy, I know he's watching from Mudgee, for his tremendous efforts on this. It's a big, big job. Next, the course completion certificates. These will now be issued by email as a PDF, instead of being printed, laminated, printed again, reprinted, printed through again, laminated, and mailed out to the members. This will reduce admin time as well as costs of printing materials, envelopes, stamps, and laminating pouches. A good amount of dollar savings for TLCC. You're welcome. Don't worry, we're going to be spending it. Stand by. Module 3, this is the recovery part with all the toys and gadgets. We are revising this. Module 3, this is a recovery component of the course. It will continue its revision. It started last year with the creation of the Module 3 focus group. As you can appreciate, the recovery equipment is changing at a rapid pace. The job of the Module 3 focus group is to ensure our course delivers a consistent message of safe and reliable recovery techniques and offers an unbiased overview of types of equipment and techniques available, including their pros and cons, with a constant focus on safety. Remember, not everyone can afford a $1,200 recovery kit, including all the cool and latest gadgets, which are not necessarily correctly or properly labeled or rated. For example, on the Advanced Driver Training Weekend, just a few weeks ago, we discovered a Max Trax rope, which was labeled kinetic, as well as static. Max Trax's new tagline for their business is, redefining the laws of the universe one rope at a time. Needless to say, we didn't use that rope. We didn't know what it was. Jokes aside, this type of information, this is the type of information our comprehensive Module 3 course delivers. The Module 3 mantra is becoming more and more relevant. If we train on steel, you can safely adapt to soft. The opposite is untrue. That is why we continue and will continue to train with the old stuff, the steel, the more dangerous equipment. We're planning to purchase equipment kits from a variety of vendors to use in our Module 3 demonstrations. Mark, you saved on the stamps. Let's spend it on gear. Thank you to Barry, Simon, Nathan, and Jeremy for their commitment on the Module 3 focus group. They've been working hard at this. And finally, a quick word on the people that make up the team. Imagine going on a four-wheel drive weekend trip every month. Every month you go out on a four-wheel drive trip with the same people. Over the years you grow a bond and a friendship, something like a family. Well, this is what our team of driver trainers are, a family. A group of amazing individuals, high achievers, who are always putting their hand up to help and always there with a common goal, to be the TLCC first point of contact for all members and to teach, train, be serious and have fun at the same time. So this is our family. Alex Coombe, Alan Kidd, Andrew Allen, Barry Lanigan, Bill Young, Bob Fife, Craig Bellamy, David Coombs, Gary Cooper, Greg Norris, Yanina McKay, Jeremy Nolan, Jim Gately, Melina Adatini, Nathan Collier, Philip Moggs, Reki Lumenau, get that name right, Reki Lumenau, Robin Moggs, Simon Alsop, and of course myself. Yes, you can clap at this point. So that's the driver training family, and I thank them for everything that they have done so far, and I'm looking forward to a lot of ongoing good fun at driver training. That's all. Thank you very much, everyone, for your time.
Thank you. Thank you, Richard. I can also say the committee appreciate everything that driver trainers do for this club. Okay, moving on. Andy, promotions.
Thanks, Tony. I got quite a long report, actually. We start off first, probably in September last year, when I was president of the club. I was approached by Toyota because they wanted to do a video on, I guess, of a better word, safe four-wheel driving. It was centred around the new Hilux and was also tailored to suit a couple of our driver trainers. So I reached out to Bob, and the two people chosen in the videos was basically Reki and also Jeremy. So there's about 4 videos they've produced now on YouTube. A couple of those have been posted on the club's closed Facebook channel, One has been posted on the club's open channel. We'll also try and get them linked onto the TLCC Australia page, but John and Richard will just show one of them tonight because it's the shorter one. Some of the other ones are around 14 minutes long, but they also mention the club. It's a great bit of promotion for us as the brand, and also ticking along our association with Toyota. So go ahead, John.
I'm Ricky, and this is Jeremy from Toyota Land Cruiser Club in New South Wales. We're here to talking to you about the importance of planning before your four-wheel drive trip.
Absolutely, Ricky, and preparation is absolutely key whenever we're doing any kind of four-wheel drive trip.
Yes.
There's a few things we need to consider, and firstly, probably the most important one, I think, is to consider the weather. I mean, it could be snowing, it could be flooding, it could be searing heat, but we need to actually pack our gear accordingly to what we're going to encounter. So always check with your Bureau of Meteorology for any updates on weather about the areas that you're going. The second thing is we need to consider is that there are some areas within Australia that we actually can't travel to, or shouldn't travel to, should I say, at certain times of year. And that could be owing to flooding, and particularly parts of northern Australia have lots of flooding at certain times of the year, so they're kind of no-go zones. So you certainly wouldn't want to be travelling up there in the wet season. And thirdly, if you're travelling locally, check with your national parks or your state forests to see if there's any seasonal road closures, which can happen from time to time.
And the next thing is communication. You got to make sure people know where you are going, and when you are going to return. So at least have one contact person that know when you are going to be around. Now, the next thing that you can take into consideration is radio for your communications, mobile phones that you can use also to help you with the track. And one thing that I would like to add is the personal locator beacon, because this works really well on a very, very emergency situation. When that happens, you just want to fire up that PLBs, and then the emergency services can locate you within minutes after that's been fired. So it's for your own safety.
Particularly important if you're travelling alone, I would say, Ricky.
But I wouldn't recommend you to go alone in the first place anyway.
I certainly want to be travelling with somebody, preferably another vehicle.
Yes.
In case I do get myself into a bit of a sticky situation, I've got somebody there who can actually give me a hand to get out of it. So always advisable to travel with another person, and if you can, another car.
Also, Jeremy, it's very important to have enough food and water for the trip.
So next thing I think we should talk about is taking on a challenge. So one thing we want to actually do is stay calm. Always good to have a deep breath, have a good look at what we're about to do, and control ourselves a little bit, have a sip of water, whatever it may be, but just take our time with it. We don't want to be rushing into anything.
Yes. And when you encounter a sticky situation or challenging terrain, it's always good, Jeremy, to walk it first. So what you need to do, stop the car, stay calm, get out of the car and check the track yourself. Because without checking it, how would you know how hard it is? Then you can plan your wheel placement. And if you do need help, then one of the passenger, or if you would like to do it, then you can let someone to drive, and then you give them the hand signal for their wheel placement.
One of the most important things is to go slow. Take your time, don't rush things. Things are going to be taken nice and easy, isn't that right?
That's right. And sooner or later on one of your trip, you will come across some kind of water crossing or river crossing. I highly recommend you to do, first is to stop the car, Jeremy. You don't want to rush and drive through. Stop the car, wait for at least about half an hour, let your engine cool down, and then check the water, use the stick or whatever it is available, check the water, check how fast the current is running, and then after that, drive safely across and then continue your trip.
It's also really important, Ricky, to understand your vehicle. And there's a lot of tech in these vehicles these days, so familiarise yourself with it. Have a look at those buttons and what they do. And if you're unsure, have a look in your manual. And if you're still unsure, go and see your Toyota dealer or get in touch with them and they'll tell you a bit more about it.
Now you're prepared for your trip. What you doing? Waiting. Go out there and explore.
And you probably realised it was filmed at the club's Willowglen property, so a big thank you to Reki, to Jeremy, and also to Bob for making it all happen. The next thing I'll go to now is, obviously I'm doing the promotions role and acting in capacity to help the committee out. Been working quite hard on the role for the past, I guess, couple of months. And I just want to, we've got a couple of announcements tonight regarding, I guess, new advertising. If John can display the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so I've got a bit of an update. I just thought it's easier to show the members what the companies are, what they do, and what brands they are. Oh, did I stuff that up, did I? Oh, I don't know. Okay, so our new advertising supporters announced tonight is a company called Maxliner, and the second one is the Canvas Seat Company. They are both full-page advertisements within the TLCC News. So, yeah, it takes a little bit of, I guess, negotiation with these businesses. A lot of people actually don't know what the size of the club is, what it does, its followers it has on social media. Those things also help to sell the club, and it's also knowing that the club has association with businesses like Toyota and ARB. So Maxliner is our newest supporter. They brings inspiration, innovation to SUV and utility vehicle accessories. They designed and tested to OME specification by a dedicated team of R&D engineers, and their global head office is based in Thailand. So about Maxliner, so it's OEM grade accessories trusted by Toyota, Ford and many more. They make canopies, hard lids, floor mats and liners built for Aussie conditions. They're backed by a global manufacturer, designed and tested for local terrain. So they've got a lifetime warranty on all their floor mats, available nationwide through 100 plus stockists and Maxliner showrooms. They've also got an online store. So these are some of the things, the products. So they do canopies. On the top right is obviously those sort of hard floor liners you see in a lot of vehicles now, windshields and obviously roof racks. And they sell James Brood rooftop tents, canopies, sort of roll out, sort of trundle trays for your ute, and all sorts of mounting brackets and stuff like that for utes as well. So Maxliner members discounts, a 10% discount to all members. So that's their website. These details will also be in the TLCC News. So also there's a competition as well. So this will run to the July general meeting. So there's a free set of Maxliner 4x4 mats. So you need to write in 100 words or less why you need a set of Maxliner 4x4 mats. So email me at info@tlcc.com.au, and the winner will extend it to the July general meeting, but Chris will also place a little ad in the magazine as well, and I'll also put a few things up on YouTube, not the YouTube or the social media channel as well, so they know about it as well. The other one is the Canvas Seat Company. So welcome the Canvas Seat Company. The first thing to know is that they are passionate about helping you protect your seating. The best way for the Canvas Seat Company is to do what they do is to be awesome at what they do. Mistake there. They provide high quality seat covers online to help protect your seats. So been in the business for 20 years. The market leader, is specialist in the design and manufacture of seat protection for some of the biggest names in the automotive, heavy transport, marine industries, have earned a trusted reputation for producing the highest quality products on time, every time, at a value for money. They supply tailor-made canvas seat covers for heavy-duty trucks, utes, buses, tractors, 4x4 cars, and all the major brands, Toyota and many more, and also available online. Pictures of their seats, you can get it in 6 different fabrics as well. At the moment, also working with another major 4x4 accessory brand. Just waiting for confirmation, and also with a couple of other brands who are also looking to put full-page ads in the magazine. And I think, as Scott and I always say, we're looking for guest speakers and also ideas of what the members want to see. So just watch this space, and thank you to all our advertisers who support the club, because I guess the more support you get behind it, it actually keeps our membership fees down, but also our advertisers need to make sure they're getting value for money from their money they spend with the club. So I also have a couple of other things to mention. Is one, traditionally in November we run the ARB general meeting at ARB Thornley. So the meeting has been confirmed. That'll be at ARB Thornley on the Monday the 3rd of November. Similar to last year with sausages on a roll, drinks, onions provided. So also looking for a couple of people who can help me basically cook the sausages and the onions and help serve on the night. Also looking, Chris Taylor mentioned to you before, we're looking for somebody to do on the bi-monthly magazine, to do the recipe section on the TLCC news. So if someone is here, they like cooking, they're happy to send Chris a recipe or two to go in the TLCC news. Chris is very good. He'll also give you a nudge, a reminder if you haven't provided it. The other thing I also talk about is people say, I don't know what's going on, and I think Gary mentioned it before, I don't know what's going on in the club. There's a little tab basically on the website, it's called events, and basically events are what most things that the club is doing, that's where things are listed. So it'll show our general meeting, our working bees, our driver training, anything education courses, it shows all of those things month by month. The other thing is also, which I'm trying to put some more work into, is the club's closed social media Facebook page. If you're not a member of it, you don't like Facebook, I suggest you just join up to Facebook, start following it, using it, because you're going to see more content go on it. Stuff like those Facebook, stuff like those YouTube channels, tonight's live streams. Richard posts the links to those after the meeting. Should you not be at a meeting, those links go up there. So I just encourage people to use it. The other big event that comes up in September is the Sydney 4x4 Adventure Show on the 12th to the 14th of September. So far I have Tony and Ali and myself who are helping. I guess this event probably needs a good 20 volunteers over the course of the weekend. We basically sort of ask for shifts of 4 hours. Also need a few people to help to obviously pack up and also set up the club's marquee that it has. And it's obviously one of the club's biggest promotional events we have. And also have a few club magazines at the back of the room that you can take to hand out to friends. You go to your local mechanic and stuff like that. So, yeah, always happy to have people come up to me and offer to help. I guess that's what makes the club go forward. So always looking for potential new leads for advertisers. So just reach out and contact me. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Andy. Okay, normally we'll have a social report. However, Debbie is an apology. Again, social director, please, from someone. Land managers report. Brian is... Oh, Brian's away. Here's an apology. Do you want to... Okay, John will come and do a report.
Right, thank you. Brian is overseas at the present time, and there's myself, Gordon White and John Hayes looking after the properties. This coming weekend, Coolandilly Working Bee will occur on the Saturday and the Sunday. Please, more volunteers. We've got so much to do, but not enough people to do it all. What we will be doing this weekend, we'll be preparing for the fireworks in June, plus tidying up the property and other bits and pieces. On the 24th and 25th of May, there'll be a working bee at Willow Glen. There's quite a bit of jobs that have to be done there. There's a clearing of a couple of tracks for driver trainers, and also to prepare an area for the chainsaw course that'll be happening I think it's November that the chainsaw course is on. That'll have to be, I'm not sure of that date at the present time. Plus with Willow Glen, there's mowing, the same as Coolandilly. Now the fireworks weekend is the 7th of June, but on the 31st of May and the 1st of June there'll be a working bee at Coolandilly, and hopefully we'll be able to get most of the property set up for the fireworks. Right, thank you very much.
Thank you, John. Okay, Alan, membership.
I'm glad I provide some amusement to everybody. Membership. Things are going on pretty well. Since the April general meeting, we've had 8 new memberships with 10 vehicles, and one person after 3 years has decided to come back. I also did a mail out to people who had not renewed, and I'm pretty happy to say that so far from that mail out we've had 25 renewals come in as well. So at the moment we have 800, and of course one more came in tonight which I haven't even opened yet, so they're still coming in, the renewals. We currently have 863 memberships, which include 24 life, and they're 266 email-only recipients for the club magazine. Thank you.
Thank you. Peter. Activities.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. We had a pretty good April in terms of trips, and I'd like to thank those that ran them. Victor ran one, I know he's here tonight. We've got 9 trips. I'll get back to who ran them. I've lost it on here. I can't read and talk at the same time, or chew gum or walk and all that sort of stuff. We've got 9 trips currently listed on the website. Most of them are full, but there is, get away from that one, 3 or 4 that, and some new ones that have just gone up, that people will be able to get onto. One of the ones that have just been listed recently is for later on this month, and that's a Mount Airlie Trip Leaders reconnaissance mission again. That last Trip Leaders reconnaissance mission worked out really well, and we're still seeing hill end and bridle tracks trips that came out of that, which was excellent. The Mount Airlie one, we're hoping to get the same sort of response. It only, I don't think it's even listed yet. It might have gone up today. It got up today. Thanks, John. If we can get people in that, and then they can run their own version of that trip, or if they just come along to get confidence in trip leading, there'll be people there. Rob de Jong's doing that. He was instrumental in getting that first trip done. I'd also like to thank the people that sit at this desk. They're not just committee people, they're all getting out there and running trips. which is what the club's about in a big way. So I thank them for their commitment in doing what they do up the front here and doing what they do running trips, and all the rest of the general population that does run trips. With that in mind, we've got to thank Hugh Petersworld, Rob De Jong. These people ran trips in the last, these people have got trips running soon. Mark, Scott, Michael Cassidy, he's doing a big one. There's Gould's, unfortunately full. But Death of the Dry Creek, again, Mark running another one. Another Bendestra, Leslie is running. Okay, Jason's running. Leslie's name's on the website. And Andrew Allen's running a Barrington Tops trip. 3 trips, I knew I'd get to it, I lost my place. 3 trips were run during AP. Jamie Turnley, he keeps coming up, Mr. Consistent, running his Weenie Creek day trip. He runs hard trips and they're well attended. Victor, as I said, and Scott ran a Darling River run, which I had the pleasure of going on, and it was fantastic. That's pretty much from me tonight. Thanks everybody. Keep going to that web page, keep checking. They come up quickly. Sometimes they get missed in the CES. I'm going to try and get the CES updated in the next couple of days so that it reflects a couple of late ones that came in after the CES was published. But all in all, things are tickling along. We can make it better just with involvement. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. One thing I would like to add to Peter's report is we appreciate everybody who does videos for their trips. We've had quite a bit of feedback that when we're running a meeting, we'd like to keep videos to 5 minutes or under 5 minutes for the meeting itself. If you make a long video, that's great. We will upload it to the YouTube channel. But moving forward, when we have a general meeting, we'd prefer to just keep videos around and under 5 minutes, please. So do the good one that we can load to YouTube, but then also just do a shorter one just for the meeting, if you could. Thank you. Alrighty, is there any general business from the members? Elkie, I believe you have something.
Good evening, everybody. I had planned to do an audio visual on the swap meet, which was run on Saturday, this weekend. But with your indulgence, I'd prefer to read my report. The sky was clear and all looked promising for the 2025 swap meet. We had been eagerly awaiting the day. Many days and hours had been spent in preparing all that was necessary for a wonderful event. 35 four-wheel drive clubs had received emails and flyers advertising the day over a period of months, with reminders to advise their members. A full-page advertisement in our TLCC magazine and an email blast. Open and closed Facebook pages had received many posts, and even a national swap meet page had received posts about the event. We all looked forward to a great event. The wonderful volunteers arrived in the early morning gloom, eager to assist and unload the 3 trailer loads of food, drinks, barbecues, gazebos and other equipment needed. Everybody was keen and busy. Sellers were due to be admitted at 7:30 a.m. and we all anticipated a queue from early on. We had traffic cones and signage to ensure people and property were protected and safe. After the abysmal weather at last year's swap meet, we thought that we had a good chance of restoring this event to the club's calendar in its previous glory. All was in readiness by 7:15, and we waited. And we waited. And we waited. but the crowds didn't come. A few hardy sellers, mostly club members, arrived with quality items. 2 camper trailers were available for a lucky buyer, but few came. Most sellers said they had made money, but not a lot, and a small reward for the effort of packing everything up and then taking most of it home again. It seems the public at large are not interested in swap meets anymore. It was a disappointment for all concerned, the sellers who came and the volunteers who gave their time. Yes, it was election day, but it is unlikely that this had an impact, as those who had really wanted to attend a swap meet would have made the effort. It had been hoped that this event, whose primary function was to be a service to the members, would be once again seen as a major event on the club calendar. However, now it seems that it may well have seen its last day. I'm grateful to Cabramatta High School, who were very generous in allowing us to run this event at their fantastic venue, despite the complication of the elections on the site. My sincere and heartfelt thanks to all who helped run this event. It is that wonderful camaraderie that is the heart and soul of the club for me. My engagement with the club and its activities enriches my life every time. Thank you.
Thank you, Elkie. I speak from all the committee. You did a great job arranging it, and we appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, is there any other general business? Yes?
There is a question online from Carmel. Evening, everyone. Question to put to the team, please. Do members still get a discount with Club 4x4 insurance? And do we need a code? Thank you.
Yeah, the code is actually in the TLCC news. If you go to TLCC news, it's in there. I think it's something TLCC New South Wales something, that's what it is. But if you go to the member zone, there's the EMAGs there. But the other thing I also wanted to mention as well is the June fireworks. Myself and my wife Lisa, we traditionally get all the catering and stuff for that. That's probably the biggest social event that the club runs. Like, we're talking somewhere in the order of 350 to 400 people. We need people to help at that event. I know John, I've already spoken to John Kenny about what the Working Bee crew's doing, but we need people to cook barbecues, we need people to take the dessert down for when we shoot with a firework location. We need a lot of people that can help there. Noting Debbie's away, you can email myself or anyone of the committee just so we can get some names for some people who can help at that event, because we need a lot of help to run that event. Feeding 400 people within like 20 minutes is a big ask. So yeah, please, if you're here, you're going, give us a hand for an hour or two. We need it. Thanks.
I'll sign up again to assist with that, Andy. I did it last year and I'll do it again this year. Oh, Pedro?
Sorry, I knew I forgot something. Always do. Funkana, we're trying to get it up and running again. We're hoping to do it over the October long weekend where Willow Glen traditionally was. We'll see what sort of response we get, and then we'll figure out how we're going to go about getting that. Jason Davis has mentioned it a couple of times, I believe, at meetings, because he was very keen after doing it down in Melbourne with the Victorian mob, or not in Melbourne, but at Yarrick at their club property. The other trip that I didn't mention, it's not really a trip. A couple of years ago we did, and Richard's done a similar thing with a return to Willow Glen. The longest night of the year is 21st of June, July? I can't remember. But yeah, so winter, bonfire out the back, camp out the back of Willow Glen and a winter solstice camp out down there will be on the website probably tomorrow. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, is there any other general business? Oh, yep. Oh, hang on. The Christmas party was set for the 13th, but they've moved it to the 6th, I believe.
Yeah, the club had another booking.
The club had another booking on the 13th, so we went for the 6th.
Right.
If it goes ahead. Okay, any other questions or general business? Okay, Scott? Mark 2.0? Okay, Mark 1.0? I'm getting to it. Peter? No? Brian? He's not here. Alan? Gary? No? Okay. What Mark was just referring to is the next meeting that we hold will be starting at 7:30 p.m. instead of the 8 p.m. And this is due to feedback of 8 p.m. start gets a bit late for some people. So we're looking at making it 7:30 starting at the next meeting. Okay? And obviously that's a good decision. Oh, there's always someone. All right. Leslie, we're over to you. It's your turn. That's okay. Okay. Do you want to do the raffle now? Would you like a volunteer to draw for you, Leslie? It'll come up.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Is there anyone here having a birthday tonight? Any birthdays this week? Oh, my gosh. Okay. Well, I'm going to call Norma up to come and help draw the raffle, please, Norma.
Oh, yeah, pleasure. I did have a birthday a week and a half ago.
Well, that counts then. Happy birthday to Norma.
But I'm not admitting too much.
No, you're 21, always 21. Just like me, I'm 21 too.
Red E2.
Red E2.
If that's red.
Red E2. Ah, well done. Choose your prize. A bin bag.
And the next one. Blue 42. Don't think I've got that.
Blue 42. You better get the flowers. Norma's a pro at this. Look at her go. He took the dish rack. No, I wouldn't either.
Considering we'll tell him the options, says F9 blue.
Oh, congratulations, John. Yeah, there's a camera there. There's a camera in it.
Oh, is this just not the cover?
No, it's a camera. He's gone for the camera now. F9 blue, yes.
Might be safer to take that home.
Good choice, John. John's going home with $100 worth of flowers for his loving wife. Kerry will be very happy. Yes.
Blue F12.
F12 blue. Oh, we have a winner. So there's 2 hats left and a dish rack. A collapsible dish rack. It's collapsible. No excuse not to do the washing up now.
Blue F92.
Blue F92. We're Carol. We've only got hats left. Redraw. Rob's still got hair, he doesn't need to cover it up.
Blue F97. And I think that's me, and I can do without a hat too.
Redraw! Geez, we can't give them away. But they were kindly donated by Elkie Cooper. Thank you, Elkie. The hats.
Blue F53.
Is that you, Katie? No? Richard. You can always do with a hat.
It'd go well with your outfit. Yes.
It's black.
Yes, looks good.
It completes it.
Another one.
Oh, and you see, you pull off a good hat. Good. You do.
Can I get a photo?
Come on, blue steel. Give us blue steel.
It looks right.
I was hoping he'd give us a blue steel Zoolander look.
Green A65.
Green A65. Green A65. Oh, we have a winner! And that's it for us for tonight. Thank you everybody that has contributed to buying the raffle tickets. There we are. Thank you.
Thanks, Les.
Okay. Thank you, Leslie. Did you even put my tickets in there? Because I'm supposed to win every time, right? Well, I didn't buy last month. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody, for attending. The next meeting will be held on Monday, the 2nd of June, at the new time of 7:30 p.m. at the venue here at Liberty Hill Christian Centre. Thank you and have a safe trip home. I declare the meeting closed at 9:02 p.m. Thank you.